How's it going, everyone? It is Draco. We're back with another chapter of Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest, chapter 135, Bored. The cover page for this chapter has Lucy, Natsu, and Athena, and the Guildmaster to Gold Owl, Dan. I quite like the framing of this. The eyes, at least for Lucy, remind me of Sun Village, but I really like kind of this like versus cover. There ain't much going on, so let's get into the actual chapter. We pick up with Lucy proposing a deal to Athena, and she proposes that they just be friends. Which I love that Yukino is just like freaking out in the background, like, what are you even saying, Lucy? And Natsu, Sting, and Happy are just all dead to the world right now. And Athena is quite confused by this, like, why would you want to be my friend? And Lucy's response is that, if they just sort out their goals, theoretically there's no need for them to fight. Their goal is to defeat the 5 dragon gods, which some of them are already taken care of, and if we borrow your power, we're able to defeat them. And talking with Athena directly, she realized that there's really no reason for them to fight each other. The only weird part in all this is, obviously they tried to kidnap Fairy Tail members, and it wasn't really so much that they were wanting to kidnap all of Fairy Tail. They were just more specifically wanting the Dragon Slayer magic. And for Athena specifically, she quote-unquote wanted that magic because, absorbing it would make her feel emotions. Or in the eyes of Gold Owl, they think it could potentially draw out her power that way. And Yukino's just like, wow, how would you, figure all this out? I personally kind of love this, that, Lucy just kind of guessed, but kind of putting a few things together, she kind of realized where this was going, and because she's a writer, she thought it sounded pretty plausible. And Athena even confirms it, because she's like, you're correct for the most part. And Lucy further elaborates by saying she thinks that she already has the feelings that she wants, she just doesn't know if it'd help her draw out the power that she wants. And Athena's willing to entertain this idea, and she's just like, I have feelings, and Lucy wants her to stop all of this and give Natsu, Sting, and Happy back to them. And you can tell Athena is really thinking about this, and Lucy notices that. And she says, you're thinking a ton of different things right now, and what you're feeling is most likely confusion. I really like that she is, having this whole dilemma. Because she's like, Master gave me an order and I'm in the process of carrying that out. And Lucy says that, you have feelings, so think it over yourself. And you can decide what you want to do right now. And you just get kind of a reaction shot of Athena and everyone laying on the ground. So then we cut over to Urza, Jalal, and Minerva fighting the Signaro sisters. And they're still in their animal forms getting chased down by them. And they're getting shot at with a bow and arrow. And I love that Urza picks up a candy cane. She uses that as a sword to block all these arrows. And as they're running away, they see an exit. And they're like, why would there be an exit in here? But whatever, I guess. This is quite literally our only option to get out of here, even though it's probably a trap. And as they leave the exit, they all turn back into humans once again. Kind of love that there's no calmness here. Minerva's straight in battle mode still. She's ready to fight once again, and they're like, we gotta get out of here now. And we come back over to the Signaro sisters, and they're like, crap, they got away. And it turns out that one of the sisters here actually made the exit because she got bored with their stupid game. And this pretty much confirms what I thought, because I was like, if they're after Dragon Slayer magic, theoretically no one in this group has Dragon Slayer magic. And she even says, none of them had the Dragon Slayer magic that we were looking for, so what is even the point in capturing them? It'd just be a waste of time and it'd be boring. Which the one sister gets real scary, because she's like, do you know what the word bored means? And she's got the scary Urza look. We cut back over to the Gold Owl Guild, and Gray's pretty much the only active fighter here, with them wanting Dragon Slayer magic. The Gold Owl Master disrespects Wendy, man. with him saying that he didn't think he'd be fortunate enough to get magic from one of the famous twin dragons. Doesn't even mention Wendy at all. And he's like, yeah, I researched all of Ishgar's major dragon slayers. And Getserine is so desperate to be of use here because he's like, you know, if you would have asked me, I would have told you. And even he had never heard of Sting as well because he admits it in the next panel. Because even he doesn't even know Wendy's a dragon slayer either because he's like, oh, I guess they come in all sorts and sizes now. And Gray says, you know, if you're so desperate for Dragon Slayer magic, why don't you go to Diablos? They're closer to you anyway. And the reason they gave for not even bothering to go after Diablos is because they ate dragons, they are impure. And their original plan was to do the cores to perfect Athena, but because that didn't work out, they're gonna substitute it for pure Dragon Slayer magic. And Gray's thinking inside his head, like, you know, Wendy and Rogue can't fight, and it's me against 4 of these guys, and they're all insanely strong. And as he's thinking it over, the Gold Owl Master's just like, well, you know, I don't need these vessels anymore, their magic's gone, and I don't need you either. Time to die. Just before he's about to do an attack, you get someone in the background saying, please wait, master. And it turns out that that is Athena with the rest of Fairy Tail. Which, side note, the first time I looked at this panel, I thought Lucy was in her Daedalus outfit. I don't know what outfit she's in because you don't get a clear shot of it for the rest of this chapter. And Gray is super excited to see the rest of his friends and some of Sabretooth's joining in as well. The Gold Owl Master's like, Athena, what are you doing? And Natsu is getting kind of mad that they took down Wendy and Rogue, and Lucy's got to like quick gatekeep Natsu because like if he gets angry it could complicate things, which I kind of love this happy version of Athena because she's like, master, we no longer need their magic. I already possess feelings and all I need is for you to perfect my body. She's like very happy looking, and he has a pretty solemn look on his face, and he's like, well, is that true, Athena? And she's like, yeah, sure. Then he's like, okay, come here, we'll perfect you then. And Rhea, she's, you know, face to face with the guild master, she's like, you know, I'm thinking I'm feeling happiness right now. And he responds, you know, don't speak. And he proceeds to punch a hole straight through her, saying, you were a dud after all. And you get her reaction shot and the reaction shot of everyone else in the room and Natsu freaking out. And that is the end of our chapter. So my thoughts. I do not think that Athena is dead. Since she's a robot, I severely doubt a punch through the chest is enough to kill her. If you kind of base it on Eden Zero, like the androids in that are pretty darn durable, and even like beheading one isn't enough to kill it. I imagine since, you know, same authors, whatnot, it's probably the same reasoning here. I really love Lucy being able to convince Athena to not fight them because she was so, I don't know, solemn when they first fought, and I like that Lucy picked up on things. She studied her and she like realized how to convince her to not fight them. Now, if Athena is not dead now, I can say I think she will become a full ally to Fairy Tail because her master just betrayed her. And especially since they all seem pretty happy to be around Athena now, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like Fairy Tail that repairs her. This fight in the guild hall is going to be particularly more interesting now because you have a lot more players. It's not just Gray trying to solo everyone. The main thing that they're going to be fighting for, obviously, is to protect Wendy and Rogue's magic. Really have no idea what Gold Owl's full goal is, because, like, if Athena having feelings and powering up was the grand plan, then what was the point in destroying her? Things are getting interesting. I thought the chapter was pretty fun. I really enjoyed Lucy having this chat to chat with Athena. That was my favorite part of the chapter. Leave you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and this is Draco, signing out.